Greetings, guys. Happy Friday. It's Fancy, the award winning editor in chief of Swagger Magazine. And today we are talking about limited brand awareness and how it could be holding you back. Um, I think oftentimes that people, when we even have some limited brand awareness for ourselves, because a lot of the times people don't understand that we are a PR boutique outside of the fact that we are a magazine. Okay, so on one end, we are publishing news articles and sharing stories, and then on the other end, we're actually distributing those stories to other outlets so that they can publish them as well. So we're like twofold, and I don't think a lot of people know that. But today we're talking about limited brand awareness for other brands, and I'm doing this to make certain that you all are learning more about our brand, Swagger Magazine. So you might have limited brand awareness, even if you have like a strong brand, but you often face difficulties in expanding your brand awareness beyond your immediate networks, like only your immediate people, those people that you usually see on your timeline, those are the only people that know about you. Then you could be suffering from limited brand awareness. Um, and then I'm gonna go over basically like how we do things with Swagger Magazine to help with the limited brand awareness. But first, I want to make certain that you all understand what it is. So, like, if you have a brand that lacks recognition, like you can mention it to somebody and they're not familiar with it, but you all have a lot of the same friends in common, but they don't know about you. You might be suffering from limited brand awareness. If you are getting minimal engagement on your social media posts, like for a fact that your posts are good, but there isn't a lot of engagement on those posts, then that could be another sign of limited brand awareness, especially if you're adding value to your audience. Then that could be part of the problem for you all. And it's not something that is I almost want to say non-solvable, because there is a solution to it, and Swagger Magazine offers a solution to it. So then if you have low media presence, like if the only feature you have is maybe just a live you've done with someone, if you haven't been in any magazines or published on any websites, or invited to be a podcast guest for anything, or to speak anywhere, you definitely have limited brand awareness. And we should be aiming for those things, because that's how we continue to reach new audiences. When we're able to be on the stage, whether that be being a guest to something, or being invited to something, or speaking at some opportunity, those are ways to continue to garner more interest in your brand, and also help introduce you to other people who may be unfamiliar with your brand. And then if you're working with the publicists like moi, there are other strategies that also take place, especially when you're working with Swagger Magazine. So, of course, I think you all may have been seeing some of our news stories, because our news stories have been doing pretty good this week. I am proud of them. Um, Although I'm not proud of all the situations that's in the news stories. Like, for one of the news stories that we have this week is about the sister shop in in Atlanta. The fact that they're trying to raise $50,000 in 30 days, and now it's less than 30 days, but they're trying to raise this money to be able to keep the shop open. That's one of the things that we talked about this week. And then we also talked about the Buy from a Black Woman tour. I sat down with Nikki Porche, and she was just telling me, about all the different experiences you can kind of have if you were to attend the tour, depending on which leg of the tour stop that you attend. And it's really cool. So if you haven't checked out those news stories, then definitely check those out. But basically, we here at Swagger Magazine help to elevate the voices of Black businesswomen, while also sharing the stories of Black women. Not every story that we share has something to do with business. A lot of the times they're just, people that have had some type of transformation go on in their life, and now they want to tell the tale. It's something that we think that our readers will find value in, information that they need to know. Maybe it educates them in some way or empowers them in some way. But that's again, that's more so like the magazine side of things. When we're talking about the PR side of things, we continue to elevate the voices of Black businesswomen by um, helping them to craft their story, making certain that, their narrative is being told in a way that they're pleased with, but also that it's being authentic and truthful. So we try to make certain, like I haven't ever had an incident where I had a client that was lying about a story, and that to, to come out. And I try to stick to the facts, like I'm not going to be writing about something that you did not do. That is just, that's important to me. And I know oftentimes people try to dress the story up. We do dress up the story. Yeah, we make you look good. That is a part of what we do. But we're always honest, and I think that that's really something that's important. But we help you to craft those stories so that you can get more views and recognition, so that people can then, like, how do I put this? Just say that you are hosting this brunch or something, for Black businesswomen, and then make it even more specific. Um, Black businesswomen that also like to go mountain climbing. I don't know. And we're going to write about it, but we're going to also add in some elements that would attract other climbers who may not know about your group. We're going to make certain that we find outlets that align with that story to continue to push it forward. So we might look for some outlets, that are just all about hiking or about the outdoors or about nature or whatever the case may be. Now, that's kind of a weird example that I just use. But typically our stories are things like, I'm trying to think, you know, um, just different achievements of Black businesswomen. And then we find a way to align that with other things that may be or may not be happening in the news. If it's not happening in the news, then we're going to make it newsworthy. And then if it is happening in the news, then we're going to be able to kind of attach you to whatever it is that's taking place so that your story has a reason for being shared, and I hope that that makes sense to you guys. So though that's one of the ways that you all can deal with limited brand awareness. And for those who may be coming in late, we talked about how limited brand awareness might be, not having enough recognition. Like people may not instantly recognize your brand. If you're posting or talking to someone and meeting them, this might, and you realize that this is the first time that they've heard of you, but you all have been around for so many years or whatever the case may be, then that could be a sign of limited brand recognition. Also, low engagement, whether that be on your social media or your website, that is another sign of limited brand awareness. And it's something that is curable, and that's what I'm trying to get you all to understand. And then I'm also wanting to make sure that you all also understand that Swagger Magazine can help you with this cure by the way that we craft our stories. Oftentimes I think like when people reach out to us and they want us to share their story and then they just want that to be the one-time thing, well, what we're trying to get you all to see is that it's better if you work with us in the long term. So not only do we share your story through our platform, but then we also do media outreach and submit your stories to other platforms as well, so that your story can continue to be amplified, so that more people will know about it. And that usually leads to other opportunities. People are always reading. We're always looking for information. We're always looking for ways to grow. We're always looking for something to shop, like we're always shopping online. And people, those opportunities are ways for people to find you. And oftentimes, a lot of times people be like, oh, well, word of mouth. Yes, word of mouth is very good. But imagine if you had a team behind you, in particular, we like to work with, definitely, I guess you can't just say definitely successful, but we do work with, I guess you could say affluent Black women, women who have had several achievements in the past, or those who are working on those achievements. You may have only had one, but we're going to use that one and we're going to leverage it. We're going to make certain that other people know about it and use that opportunity to possibly build on another opportunity to come from that. So those are a few things that we do at Swagger Magazine. You all can visit our website at let me see, swaggerpr.com, and check us out. And you can also book a consultation so that you and I can continue this discussion. There are other pain points that we know that our audience has, but I know that the limited brand awareness is something that so many of us struggle with. And you have to think about it. Like, there's so many brands out here doing the same thing. What makes your brand unique? You know, if you're getting pressed and that other brand isn't getting pressed, or those 20 other brands aren't getting pressed, then that's going to be something that makes you stand out, right? Because you're the one that's actually in the magazine article, or that's being featured on the website, or that is the guest on the podcast. And a lot of the times, you know, those other brands aren't doing that. They may not have the opportunity to do so. They may not have the funds to do so. They may not have the time to do so because they're too busy. You know, like, I'm just in my mind, I'm thinking of, I think it's artisans, artisans. But like, those of you that deal with skincare, you know, if you have to create all your own products, and then and you're the only one doing that, then you also have to fill the orders, then you also have to work on the social media page, or that's your competitor's life, but you actually maybe don't have to spend as much time filling your orders, so you do have a little bit of time to be able to do interviews. Then that's where we come in and help you out with getting those interviews scheduled. Okay, I see Jarmel is doing shout outs. So shout out to Lady Tiffany Nicole of Power Influence Radio, as well as Dr. LaDonna Marie Books, who is a author, inspirational author. You all can also check her out. And then also check out Black Women Do Heal. So those are some other brands that you all can check out. We've worked with in the past, and some are clients, two are clients. But I'm trying to see. Oh, Jamel, like, he about to try to have me shout out everybody. Also, shout out to Women of Color New York. Thank you. Hey, Connie. TS Hair Growth Products and Living Well with Nora. So those are some more brands that you all can check out. Like, y'all, we have been doing this since 2010. We have worked with hundreds of brands over the past 14 years. We would not still be doing this if we were not trustworthy, or if we were not delivering on our word. So I just want to try to make certain that on Fridays, I hop on here, share a few words, give you all some tips, as this Friday was about limited brand awareness. Again, for those who may just be tuning in, you may have limited brand awareness if, like, your brand is not recognizable by people, especially like if you're in a small town, or if you're like within a community, within a group, and people don't necessarily know what it is that you do or what it is that you offer, then that could be a sign of limited brand awareness. As well as if you are, we're all on social media all the time now. So if you're getting low engagement on your social media posts, or low engagement on your website, even low engagement in your emails, because we do offer email marketing too, guys. I don't know if you all know about that. We did just we haven't even just fully announced that we've been offering this, but it is something that we do offer to our clients. For our full scale PR clients, those public relation clients, we also offer it to them. And basically, that's one way to help you continue to build your community, by being able to stay in touch with them, being able to nurture them. We can assist you with those things. All we really need is, like, there's a few assessments that you kind of have to go through so that we can mock, I guess you say, your brand tone and your voice and your messaging. But once we get that down, then okay, we're good to go. And that's basically, those same things are a little bit of what we have to take when we're also crafting your story, you know, as a public relations boutique. So if you are looking for a way to cure your limited brand awareness, or a way to solve that problem, then one thing you can do is work on crafting your story in a better way. Work on crafting your story in a way that is going to attract attention, that's going to attract your ideal clients and customers. You know, think of the things that most people would appeal to most people. You know, you could also, just like, one of the things, of course, people do is play on emotions. If you can make people feel what it is that you're trying to say, then there you go. The door is open for you, you know? So, yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit about limited brand awareness. I was trying to think if there's anything else. If you have inconsistent messaging, that could also be causing your limited brand awareness. If you have narrow audience reach, like your marketing efforts only reach a small segment of your potential audience most of the time, that's another sign of limited brand awareness. So when you address limited brand awareness, you're able to attract more opportunities. The more people know about your brand, the more opportunities you'll have for collaborations, partnerships, and sales. And then you also can build your authority. So being widely recognized helps establish you as an authority in your field, which is essential for long-term success. So oftentimes people come to us and they pay for magazine features because they want to be an authority within their field, or they want to look like an authority within their field. And usually if you continue to build on that, you're going to be an authority. If you don't just get one press feature, you get multiple press features. You say, hey, I was in this magazine. Now I was in this magazine and I talked about this. Now let's continue the conversation and I can tell you more about that, or whatever the case may be. But you don't just get that one press feature and think that's going to be it, unless it's with like some major outlet. I'm not saying any names, but typically for most of us, we're going to have to work our way. We get one press feature and then maybe 2 weeks later we get a second press feature. Maybe even you might even want to go as far as waiting a month. But if you're excuse me, if there are people out there watching your brand, they're looking at it like, dang, so-and-so was just featured here last month, and then this month, girl, she in here. Like it helps to build up your credibility, and that's what it's about, building up your credibility so that you can be established as an authority. And then of course, if you have more brand recognition and more brand awareness, you're going to increase your revenue, because it leads to more customer acquisition and retention, directly impacting your bottom line. So if you're not doing these things, I strongly suggest that you do start. Swagger is a good place to start with them. We do have online features that are, well, we no longer offer the single individual features. So what we do offer now is called the What's Going On bundle, and you get an interview on swaggeronline.com. We feature you on a What's Going On segment on this on all the platforms, whatever platform you're watching from right now. You can watch the What's Going On segment there. It's going to broadcast to our Facebook, YouTube, and our LinkedIn. And then we also take that broadcast and publish it on swaggeronline.com as well. And then you also get a tailored newsletter. So you get those 3 things. You get the newsletter, the website, and the What's Going On segment. And that is all for $135. If anybody's interested in that, you all can let us know in the comments or send us a DM to the page, and someone will answer you in the inbox. Some other opportunities that we do have for Swagger Magazine right now is we are offering 1-page ads. Those are $200. That's like a full page ad. I was trying to think if I don't have any magazines right close to me. This is my desk, but it's not mine. Long story. Anyway, I don't have an ad to show you right now, but if you are interested, we can send you over some copies of some ads if you all would like to inbox us about that. Then we also have our 2-page features in the digital issue, because we do offer digital issues, whereas the content is different from the content that you see on a website. The interviews are more in depth. We have more lifestyle and empowerment stories. It's kind of like, I'm not gonna say a whole new world, but it's just, if you enjoy our website, you get way more in the digital issue. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, but you really do. And then we have, so with the digital issue, you can get a 2-page feature. Those are $400. The interviews are tailored to whatever it is that you want to talk about. If you have something going on, you're about to be hosting an event, you're about to be launching a new product or service, you just got the presidential award, because it seems like everybody been getting awards lately. But hey, we can write about it, And Jermel is dropping in the comments the different packages that you all can check out. We also have Was that the last one? Oh, and then we have, I forgot about this one. We have the $50 shout out package. So you actually, it's not quite the same as what I just did a minute ago when I was shout out those brands. We actually run your website across the bottom of the screen in a banner. You all, and then someone is usually in the comments. Like these shout outs take place during the What's Going On segment. And I'm certain you all have probably seen the What's Going On segments on our page. It's where we interview the different guests. They usually take place throughout the week, and you might see different correspondents hosting or conducting those interviews at the time. But they also can do the shout outs, and basically they just recognize your business in the middle of the broadcast. Well, actually, it'll be at the beginning or at the end of the broadcast. And we also give you a flyer to go along with that, and we share the flyer on our page as well. Well, it's like a promo graphic that goes along with the shout out. So excuse me. I think that is everything that I want to share today. Apparently, I've been talking a lot because my throat is bothering me, but I have just enjoyed chatting with you guys. I don't know if anybody has any questions. Um, we're always here. We're always, on, I guess you say, like we close, but we don't technically close. So if you send us a question like at 2 o'clock in the morning and one of us happen to see it, then, one of us is going to be responding, or you will definitely get a response at least by 8 o'clock in the morning. So, I think that is basically everything. If you would like to reach us, I'm just going to go run back through those packages again. That's $135 for the What's Going On bundle, website, newsletter, e-blast, and live interview. If interested, you can email advertise@swagger.net. Then there is the full page ad sale for $200, and it includes a ad design that comes along with it. Excuse me. The also, let me know, with those ad designs, they are hyperlinked. So if you have a website or a Facebook page that you would like for the viewers to click on, and since it is a digital magazine, they can click and then be directed directly to your website or social media page or landing page, wherever you want it to go. Then we also have the 2-page digital features, and these are tailored interviews. You get 2 months of social media advertising, which is 2 posts weekly. And then you also get placement in the Jamel has the website and newsletter, but we're about to stop putting the ads on the website because we're working with another company for that. So you also get the newsletter. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You do get that website and newsletter feature. I was thinking he meant the ads on the sidebar, like if you look on the right of the articles. But yes, you do get a website and a newsletter feature when you are featured in the digital issue. So we feature you on the website and we feature you in a digital issue. And then we also do a newsletter that is tailored or customized, just all about you, that goes out to our audience. And we have about I think we have like 3,900 on our email list right now. You all are more than welcome to sign up for our email list. Let me drop that in the comments because I don't know if Jamel has that one. But, oh, that's a different one. Let me see. Newsletter sign up. I don't have the one. Sorry, I don't have the link I thought that I had that has the MailChimp, because that's the one where we send all of our mail, excuse me, all of our news articles to. But if you all aren't signed up there, you can definitely sign up there. We'll try to come back and share that link in the comments later on or something. But I think that's everything. Like, did you all have any questions? Does anybody feel like they're dealing with limited brand awareness? Do you feel like that's holding you back? We would love to work with you. We have some other solutions outside of the storytelling, but the storytelling is a very big part of things, guys. Crafting our messages the right way can really make or break you. And I don't think we put enough time into that. I know for a lot of people, I'm a writer. So for me, I know I put a lot into, like, I have to sit down, even with my own bio. I have to sit down and kind of take a minute and think about those things that are the most important things to hit within the bio. And a lot of the times, people will have a lot of other stuff that's kind of like fluff, or even for me as the editor-in-chief of the magazine, like when I'm getting pitches, a lot of the times there's stuff in there that I really don't care anything about. I'm like, I don't know what made them decide to include this in the bio, but they did, but it's not necessarily needed. And oftentimes, I'm not one of those that'll just stop reading, but other editors might be the type to just start reading whatever it is and keep it moving. So if you need help with crafting your story, you can always reach out to us. Again, our website is, not our website. I wanted to share it's said to secure your interview, but if you are trying to secure an interview, we got you there too. Uh, so if you need an interview, if you need a publicist, if you are in need of more brand awareness, we have different packages for you. And if you get our newsletters, we break down like how those packages can impact you in a better way, that's pretty straightforward. Whereas you can see like, hey, this is good if I'm at this level, or this might be better if I'm at that level. But let us know if you have any questions, and you all have a great weekend. As y'all can see, we are not at the BET Awards. Like, we just don't seem to get invited to the major award shows. Like, we don't be sharing their press releases and stuff. I don't know, but I don't know, child. It's rough out here in these media streets. It's like everybody wants something, but nobody wants to pay anything, or nobody wants to invite us anywhere. And frankly, I'm getting tired of it. But I'm also making it a point. So when I do go to these places and I'm not invited as media, then I'm not really giving it the same type of media attention. And that's just me. Those are my views about it, because I feel like we have been in this game for almost 14 years on Monday. So if you are questioning our legitimacy or our relevance to the culture, we featured some of everybody in the past. So many people that we see today now that are now just like really big, but they've interviewed with us before they got to that spotlight. And it's just amazing to see. And I am proud of them. I wish them all the success. But at times I must say, we do be wishing that y'all would reach back. If you on here always talking about you made 7 figures, when we need sponsors for events, then there should be no question about who should be calling. That's just me. But that's neither here nor there. Right now we're talking about how you can avoid limited brand awareness. And I have given you all one solution to that. If you would like to learn more, if you're going to pursue it on your own, we can always still schedule a consult and maybe just come up with a plan for you. And you could purchase that plan and work it step by step on your own. So I think that is everything, guys. I hope you all enjoy your Friday. This has been really good talking with you all. And catch us next week. We'll have more lives taking place. Chris Natha will be on live on Wednesday. And do check out the website at swaggeronline.com. So if you all can check that out for our news stories. Peace and blessings, and y'all have a great day.